Welcome everyone to the Side Draft Podcast. Welcome to another edition of the Side Draft Fast Picks. The Cup Series back this weekend. The Truck Series making a return. We have some news about the Truck Series before we get on that. Last week you picked Ross Chastain to win. He did.
He won.
He did.
For a minute or two.
For about an hour.
Yeah,
or
about an
hour. Smashed a watermelon.
The corn country didn't like that, so they gave him to win his way.
Yeah, the corn police didn't like it, and they didn't want a watermelon win in their town. So,
nope.
I mean, that's understandable, right?
Yeah.
Watermelons are not allowed in Iowa, I guess.
It just offended the corn people.
Yeah. The people of the corn. That was.
Now we are being corny, so.
Yeah. All right. We're way into this right now, but
okay.
Ross Chastain would fail post-race inspection. He was a little too low in the front. I guess the watermelon in the truck was weighing it down, and it broke something. I don't know. Just something happened during the race that either something broke on it, or they just didn't catch it pre-race or something. But that would be a L1 penalty, and he is.
That's very unfortunate because he won both stages, won the race, and he was within 16 points of being in the top 20, which would lock him into the playoffs. I mean, wow. So.
And now it's like he didn't even show up. It's like he stayed at home, watched it on TV or something, and all that hard work, just kind of got erased. So. Maybe he'll go to the Gateway this weekend and show him up once again.
Maybe redeem himself, and maybe that win will stay.
Yeah, so that's part one of our bad luck to our picks from the Truck Series.
Yes.
Brett Moffitt would get the win from Ross Chastain's unfortunate encumberment, or whatever you call it now.
I mean, I'd like to win a race too and not even lead a lap, but that's another story.
It's funny because I was going to pick Brett Moffitt. That has just been really interesting, but decided not to. Decided to go with the veteran and of Johnny Sauter, and those who watched the truck race knows how that went out. He got mad at Austin Hill for crashing him
and pushed him up the hill.
Went up the hill, and Johnny Sauter will be suspended because he went after Hill. Put him in the wall, and it didn't really total Austin Hill's truck, but it's still something you don't want to do under caution.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that's what NASCAR is. The biggest thing about it was because under caution and wrecking another truck like that, and it's kind of aggressive. It's kind of probably a move that I would do.
Yeah.
So what side I'm on, but. That's another story. But.
Well, and there's so many ways you could look at, the incident that happened, because of Ryan Newman in the All-Star race, he wrecked Clint Boyer during the cool-down lap, which is essentially a caution.
Same as the caution.
And that sent Boyer up into the outside wall. I think,
I think it's more dangerous because you're coming down your cool-down lap, and you could be unfastening your belts or whatever, and some dude just spins you and knocks you in the wall, and that could really hurt the drivers. And I believe it's a bigger safety than just crashing somebody under caution like that.
Yeah, so I think, me personally, I think they both should have been suspended.
Yeah.
Both should have got the waiver, which Johnny Sauter did get the waiver. He's still going to be able to do a championship run, but I think Austin Hill does need a week off to think about, you can't just wreck a guy just because he touched you for, half a second, really. Because I think Johnny Sauter's just avoiding wrecking him in the first place with, Austin Hill thought he was just trying to wreck him or something, but...
Yeah, it's just a racing incident, which I don't think Austin Hill would actually win another race anyway, but...
We'll see.
We'll see.
Maybe another restrictor plate race or something like that.
Maybe get lucky on another one.
Possibly. We'll have to see.
We'll see.
Anyways, our luck was not with the drivers this week.
Especially the trucks.
Especially the trucks, man. I
was up here, then I was down here. So.
Then you went down the hill.
Then I went downhill.
Yeah, so yeah, I think that whole incident was a bad move by both drivers. I think they both need a week just to think about it, but sometimes NASCAR's way of penalizing and not penalizing, you just don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, they judgment call, I guess, and they try to do the best decision they got at the time and just deal with each situation differently.
Yeah, so we moved to the Xfinity Series, which no controversy at least.
Yeah.
Is that good? I mean, our drivers. My driver finished in the top 10. Your driver's just outside of it.
Ran in the top 10 most of the day, and then got knocked out towards the end. So.
Yeah, you picked Justin Haley. Had a fairly decent day up until the end. Yeah. I mean, we just didn't really pick the heavy hitters.
Yeah.
I was going to, but I thought Austin Cindric was going to have a better day than he did. But he did have a solid day, running up in the top 5, just maybe right behind the top 2 or 3 leaders.
Yeah, he just fought and just knocked her all day long. So.
Yeah, I think those two they're just going to end up possibly in some sort of feud of themselves. So that will be interesting because it's going to be tallest guy in the garage versus Justin Allgaier. So
yeah, it'd be a tough situation. I think they just hard racers and they can understand and respect each other that way.
Yeah, and hopefully they won't crash each other under caution or over something kind of silly on the racetrack. But yeah, it was a tough weekend in Iowa for us for our picks.
Yeah, I think Justin Haley, he still continues to have speed, and I believe he fought his car all day long. It wasn't him the best, but he still stayed in the top 10 and just got pushed out towards the end. But I see him doing better, and I think he's got a win coming pretty soon.
Yeah, hopefully pretty soon. I think one place he is looking forward to getting that win coming up in a few weeks is Daytona. After what happened last year to him.
Oh yeah.
He technically won his first Xfinity Series race, but
just out yellow line kind of bit him.
Yeah, so
I mean he didn't get some redemption.
So we'll see in a couple of weeks if Justin Haley can do that.
Yeah.
So now it's time to make our picks for the weekend. Hopefully there will be no controversy towards our picks because we picked the wrong people. At least we didn't pick Sauter and Hill. That would have been really...
I think we picked the most exciting ones this weekend.
We always pick the ones that, they're either 1-2 or there's some sort of interesting thing on the track going on with them too, or they have some sort of strategy that either works out or it doesn't. So we make some interesting picks sometimes, but sometimes they work out.
Okay.
And since Johnny Sauter was suspended, we will be talking about Myatt Snider this week in the 13. That's some other news I forgot to mention earlier. So it's good to have Myatt Snider back in the truck series.
Yeah, especially in the 13 again. He's going to drive that 13 truck and for Thor Sport, and I believe he's pretty excited.
Yes, we're going to be, he does that Stonehead emoji thing on Twitter, so if you see us tweet that from time to time this weekend, it's towards Myatt Snider.
Yeah.
All right, so
speaking of that, I believe I'm going to go pick Myatt Snider for win the truck.
Yeah, I think that would be really good for that team after, I guess you could call it heartbreak at Iowa with what happened. And you go on and get Myatt Snider's first win in Johnny Sauter's truck. I mean, that'd be pretty interesting. That'd be a great headline.
Yeah, because Thor Sport, they're really strong right now, and I believe Myatt Snider's very talented, and He's been racing different series, trying to, debut a job or something. And I like to see him in Victory Lane. And he ran well last year in the trucks, and I believe he'll do good there.
Yeah, which if that does happen, how do you think Johnny Sauter would feel that his truck won without him? It's that might fire up Johnny Sauter even more to go back and win at Chicagoland.
Yeah, the only thing I would hate if Mike Snyder won was he wouldn't be eligible for the 50,000.
Yeah,
that would really be bad.
Who would it go to anyway? Like,
you can give it to me.
Yeah. I mean, if we pick it right, I mean, we deserve it, right?
Yeah. I don't care if I'm eligible or not. Just give it to me.
So as for me, I'm going with the 52. Start freezing. I know I say this so many times, but it's the weekend. It's finally going to happen. But I may be like Ty Bodine on that. Every time I pick him, he does pretty well up until
very last caution,
very last pit stop or caution. So if that happens, I'm sorry. We're the kings of giving bad luck, especially in Iowa. Oh my gosh, I don't think we can ever have a worse weekend as we did in Iowa. But
it's an exciting race.
Yeah, it was an exciting race the week after the race. Trying to figure out all the news and, who's getting suspended, who's getting the ride, and is Ross Chastain's penalty going to upheld. So it was so many questions going on in the even the day. I mean, they just announced Mike Snyder today, so
yeah.
Iowa is still going on.
Yeah, when I said that Johnny was suspended, that's the first one that come to mind to take over the ride, and I was glad to see him get a chance to run the trucks again.
Yeah, I could just imagine it being like the Batman symbol, but instead of the bat, it's the stone head emoji. Need to make that on Photoshop later.
Maybe.
Anyways, hopefully now all of the drama of the truck series, at least on the podcast, can be put to rest. I think we've talked about it enough. Hopefully, I'll watch some more information come out. We have to do another video. That'd be crazy. But anyways, Cup Series. Hopefully there will be something else to talk about other than all this. Maybe we'll see a first-time winner. It's road course, Sonoma. We'll see.
And it's going to be a very interesting road course. They opened up a different configuration this year. It hadn't been ran that way, since 97?
Yeah, 97 was the last one. Mark Martin is the winner, so pretty long time ago.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it does run the carousel, and it'll be a lot of fun to watch. And I'm pretty sure going to be a lot of cars going off the track, going into the tire barriers, and might be a lot to talk about.
Yeah, I think the main thing is how many veterans are just going to go straight on instead of turning off into what would bring you to the carousel. So I wonder if that would happen.
Now maybe the rookies, like Daniel Hemrick, they've never been here before, so and I believe a couple is going to be in the Canyon race.
Canyon West race, yeah.
So they're going to have a little bit of practice, and they get used to that carousel, so they won't be going straight the old way. So.
Yes, I believe going the old way would be faster. So I don't think you could get away with going that way. There's probably going to be like cones or something up.
They're going to have a wall or something.
Yeah. There's a wall there. Definitely don't go straight. Wouldn't advise it. It's probably not going to get you a good fast lap time.
Yeah.
But anyways, picks for Sonoma.
I'm hoping I'm picking the right Penske car again, because I'm on Penske. I know they haven't won at Sonoma. I believe the best finish that Brad and Joey had is maybe a third. And speaking of Joey, that's who I'm going with.
Wow, it's like he's right there.
He's right there. He's like,
his car is parked in our podcast room. Is Joey trying to do some propaganda or something here?
Maybe. He showed up in our mail this week, so I don't know.
Yeah, we got a thing in the mail from Las Vegas. They sent in a little tiny Joey Logano. Probably should have put him up there. Anyways, so Joey Logano has now joined the podcast.
Yes.
Except he's not actually here, so that's sad. So, Joey, if you're watching, you're welcome on the show.
Yes.
And as for me and my pick, I think... I don't know. I've been all over the place with who I wanted to pick. I've thought about Chase Elliott. I've thought about Kyle Busch. I would say Martin Truex Jr., but the rule is can't pick the same driver again. I think really it's not going to change much with the new configuration. And I think it's going to be just like last year, just Martin Truex Jr. versus Kevin Harvick. And since I can't pick Truex, I'll have to go with Kevin Harvick.
Okay.
So we'll see if there's going to be any sort of crazy pit strategies like we saw last time. Truex had this amazing strategy that everyone was like, what in the world's he doing? And he somehow ended up winning. So
yeah, he kind of snickered Harvick and going in the pits, and I was just kind of done him in.
Yeah, then the 4 team, they're hungry for a win this season, and also they want to get back at the 78/19 team for what they did to them last year.
The one that got away.
Yes, they're wanting to finally get that second win at Sonoma. Got that one in 2017. So it's going to be a great battle between them two, I think.
Yes.
But then again, you could see Joe Logano in victory lane, or Brad Keselowski. I think Keselowski's never won a road course.
No.
So that'd be a good feature for him. But also, don't forget about Kyle Busch or Denny Hamlin. He's also one of those. He's either going to be really good or he's going to be somewhere in the field, just not making any noise. I think Denny Hamlin needs a good finish after all that he's been through in the past couple weeks.
Yeah. I ain't sure how Ryan Blaney's going to be. I know he did very well at the Charlotte Roval. Maybe he'll do well here.
Yeah, I believe last year he had some issues with his power steering, so we really don't know how good Blaney is at Sonoma yet.
Yeah.
We'll just have to wait and see. And plus, with the new configuration, who is good? Is it going to be the same as last year or years past, or is it going to be completely different? We might see a new road course ringer. Maybe some of the rookies, like you said, with Daniel Hemrick or Ryan Preece, they could step up and get the win.
Yeah, it's been very interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see the headlines from the Truck Series race and the Cup Series race. We'll be here to talk about it all weekend long, so stay tuned. We'll be talking about those in our race reviews coming up, so we'll see you then.